So here we should definitely flash Q now. Okay, give flash. He's dead. He's there's
Oh,
no way
yeah,
he
just
doesn't die here. If you flash now, he's dead. 100 million more. He has no flash.
right,
See, that's an issue. He was dead there.
right.
Okay, again, just hold it, and she will panic, or go for E first, and then she will flash the E, and then you can hook.
Okay.
Because then she flashes and she's out. See, that's really bad. What you could have done is just go straight up for this one, and that would and then you just do this. Okay, that's what the cookie cutter gank. If you're post 6, just do that. Okay.
So you're gonna see me pinging, like, this is what I do this every single game.
No,
Like,
it's fine. You need to ping. So this is opposite of a red flag, I guess. A green flag. One thing that matters a lot in League is like if you look at Overwatch, if you see a bronze game in Overwatch or a silver game, nobody's using voice chat. If you see a top 500 or master game in Overwatch, everybody's using voice chat. In League, it's the same. If you look at low elo game, nobody pings. If you look at a challenger game, we're pinging all the time. So pinging is good. High agency role like jungle that you set the course of the game, the pace of the game.
Yeah,
The thing is, we don't have voice chat, so pings are our voice chat. That's fine, Henry ghosted. That's all good actually. Surprised that you know that you need to hold that bush. That's good.
Yeah, I try to get this every time.
Yeah, you should unleash. That's super good. Even if Lilia was what, you should unleash.
I try to, but sometimes AD carry just wants to. Or he has no ghost.
No ghost, yeah. Okay, he's like a minion walking into the bush.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing you did bad here is that you're not kiting at all. You're just standing still, so you didn't move. In between each auto, you didn't kite forward. So you see how you're like standing still in the bush? See how you're standing still?
Yeah.
So this is something that matters a lot for Pyke because you have halo plates, so you should be kiting in the autos because you can weave an extra 1 or 2 autos at the end. This might seem like not much, but it's the equivalent of like a Genji in Overwatch telling you that you should melee auto attack after every right click. The difference is a bit of chip damage, but it matters because you would have done 1 or 2 more autos and...
Maybe he dies there instead of getting away, yeah.
Yeah, I mean probably with 1 or 2 autos, what will happen is that Caitlyn would flash auto for the finisher. So here we should definitely flash Q now. Okay, give flash. He's dead. There's no way he doesn't die here. If you flash now, he's dead. 100 million more. He has no flash.
Right.
See, that's an issue. He was dead there. Impossible he doesn't die if you flash. He could be like a pro player and he would die anyway. Yeah.
No, I see that definitely now.
Like he should have recalled, right? He's trolling, staying in lane with his HP when you have flash up.
Right.
They're still dead here. You have Q again. Q flash again. They're dead again. In my screen. Oh my god. Okay. Bro, these guys are dead in my screen, okay? They could be a pro player, they're dead. In League, there are certain situations that there's nothing the enemy can do to not die. It's not like Overwatch where you can always have like somewhat of an outplay, a lucky headshot, dodging a bullet. In League, it's impossible that he doesn't die here. This Nami could be a pro player, Korean pro player, he would die anyway. There's nothing he can do if you flash here. Nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, took you long enough.
Eventually, we got there again.
The only problem with this playstyle is that the higher elo you go, the shorter window you will have. So that time if you're playing like in a Diamond Master game that you said you want to get Master,
I'll get one chance and that's it.
Right, you get one chance and if you waste it, you waste it, right? Whereas here they gave you like 20 chances in a row, right?
Yeah. No, I understand that.
You should be helping Caitlyn push because you guys want to recall here. You want to spend your gold. The reason you want to recall here, so even though it's not Cannon Wave, the next one, you still want to recall because Aphelios is probably the worst wave clear pushing level 1-2 champion in the game, at least in ADC, right? So even if it's not a Cannon Wave, there's no way in the world he can ever push this wave before you come back. So it's just a free recall. There's 2 options. You can recall or you can invade, but I don't... If you can invade too. If you invade, that's fine. But you should never like stay in the lane here.
Yeah, I think we do back. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you can A or B, but... If you recall, the nice thing is this way will slow push back into Caitlyn. Do you know why that is?
Yeah, because our minions are like they're gonna clear this wave, and then, or even if they don't, where's their wave? Their wave's gonna catch up basically to those minions that are still at the tower, and then there's gonna be a couple like left over, and then they're gonna be more than obviously on our side, and then it's gonna just slow push.
Okay, you're right about the result. You're not right about the reason. So the reason it will slow push. So it's 6v6 here. What I'm saying, if the wave crashes under tower, it will slow push back to Caitlyn, even if it's exactly 6v6, same amount of minions with same HP. It's because this wave here is a straight line, and this one is also a straight line, okay? So Follow my reasoning here, okay? So you have two
Mm-hmm.
straight lines here. This is wave management 101. You need to know it because if you don't know this, you don't know when to roam. You have 6 and 6 in a straight line, right? What's gonna happen is that this one will continue walking in a straight line, whereas this one will get stopped hitting this wave for a little bit.
Right.
None of these will die, none of these will lose HP, they will all be full.
I think I know what's gonna happen here.
Right, but they will break formation and get, instead of a line, they will get like clamped on a circle like this.
Yeah, and then they're gonna focus the front minion on the
Right.
other wave. Yeah.
Right, so then what happens is that when this wave arrives in a line, all 6 minions of their wave will hit the front one of yours. So it's like a 6v1, and then it's a 6v2, and then a 6v3.
Yeah.
So
I
they
gotcha.
pushes back to you. So it's called a bounce, okay? Anytime you crash a wave under tower like this,
Yeah.
if the enemy wave gets stopped under tower, only if that happens, right? So if this wave dies before the next wave arrives, it just resets in the middle normally.
Yeah. Okay, I gotcha. You almost want to have a couple minions there, like
Yeah,
underneath the tower when the other
yeah.
wave shows up,
So
instead of just like a clean like 50-50.
right, so the more minions you crush under the enemy tower, the bigger roam timer that you will get when you recall. Because when you recall now, if there are a lot of minions under this tower, now when you recall, this wave will get stopped a long time hitting this other wave. So then
Yeah.
it will hit the wave 6v1 for a long time later. That means that the wave is going to push to Caitlyn. And because it's going to push to Caitlyn, that means you have more time to roam on the map and getting like safe being here 1v2, she's safe. So the enemy bot lane didn't leash, same as you. Remember how Aphelios came to lane?
Yeah, he was there right away.
So that means the enemy jungle started topside. So that, and your jungle also started topside. So the enemy jungle is right now in the same place as Lilia. So he should be like here or here. So that means that what I would be doing, a challenger back here, what they would be doing is spamming on my way on the blue off, crush this wave, and then go to the blue off this direction.
And then hopefully my jungler comes, or we just 2v1 him.
Yeah, your jungle will come, 100%.
Okay.
Not 100, but 90% chance your jungle will come.
Yeah.
And even if jungle doesn't come with Caitlyn, you should be fine doing it, because Aphelios can't ever leave this wave under tower, like he would lose the whole wave, plus he's slow, plus he has no flash and ghost, Caitlyn has summoners. The enemy jungle is like a fucking set, like it's so easy to kill him. So yeah, the fact that you didn't go invade here is like a huge wasted opportunity, and you didn't recall either. So this is the first big mistake of the game. The other mistakes is understandable, you didn't flash, whatever. This one is a actual mistake, like you didn't... Basically, you see it's a lot in lower ranks that you're getting a lead, but you're not doing anything with the lead.
Not using it right, because the gold just sitting in our inventory or whatever.
Well, not only the gold,
and the time.
The fact that you have prio and summoner advantage, for example, right? Because
Okay.
the gold is not a lead yet, it's in your inventory. It will be a lead when you recall. But the summoner advantage and wave priority advantage, that's the current lead that you have. And you're not using the priority to invade, for example. You're not using the summoner advantage to play aggressive. See the HP he had, if you had come here with Lilia, this was so free. And this guy was still like pushed under tower by Caitlyn. In fact, Caitlyn can stay and push it under tower, and then you go. Nami can go, but it's still gonna be a 3v2 with Caitlyn when she joins, because Aphelios will have to stay under tower.
Even when they see this ward, you don't think they would try to collapse?
But it doesn't
Like, even
matter.
if
They
they see us
can't.
on the
They
tank?
can't. That's the beauty of it. It doesn't matter that they see it, because if you're Aphelios here, even though you see that roam, like you will have a
has to
whole wave
leave
under
it.
your tower. You can't leave it. And even if you do leave the wave under tower, you're lower HP than Caitlyn. Caitlyn's gonna get level 3 and heal up, and you have no summers on both of them, whereas Caitlyn still has flash and ghost, and
Right.
this guy is low HP, whereas Lilia is gonna be full HP.
Right.
So the ward, this is something you gotta understand. Like, wards don't make them immortal. Okay, it doesn't matter if they see what's happening if they can't prevent it anyway. Oh, okay. So I'm gonna type something that every Pyke player does that you gotta fix. It's like hold Pyke, okay? Long time. So I'm gonna explain why. There's two ways of dodging something in League: reacting to it, so reaction time, or you can dodge something by predicting and sidestepping before it even, like, you know, prediction. If you're this Nami, this close range to the Pyke with no boots, which one can he do? Can he react to it, or can he predict it?
I mean, it's gonna have to be a prediction, probably.
Right. You can't react with no boots this close range. It's just impossible, right? Even if you see it coming and you have inhuman reaction, it's just not good enough. The hook is too fast for how close you are, and no boots. Like, think about it this way, right? If this is a hitbox of the hook, there's no way with her current movement speed, if she starts moving when the hook comes, there's no way she can get her hitbox.
Just
out
can't
of it.
clear the distance. Yeah.
So the only way she can dodge is predicting, right? So if the only way she can dodge is predicting, this is a mistake every Pyke player does in lower elos. Your job is to make it less predictable. So how do you do that? By holding it longer. So you tap Q and hold the Q and hold the Q and hold the Q. And what she's gonna start doing, she's gonna start zigzagging. And when she zigzags and you keep walking forward, you close the distance even further. So then it gets to a point where no matter what, you just aim it at the center of her hitbox and it hits.
You walk right into it, yeah.
I mean, what happens is the following. She will start zigzagging and you go closer. And at some point, even if she sidesteps, you're so close that if you aim at the center of the hitbox, it will hit no matter what. Okay, so fun fact, you shouldn't push this. You should recall on the wave as it is.
Just let this, yeah. I think, let's see what happens. I don't know.
You can trim it down, give it a haircut, but you should kill the cannon and then recall.
I think I'm trying to freeze it here, yeah.
Okay, at this point, you're gonna have to push.
Yeah, I'm pinging her here, I think. Oh.
Yeah, that was kind of shitty because you're gonna lose a lot of minions because you didn't recall properly, but it's fine. I mean, at least it's a freeze, so when you come back to lane... So see, this is the mistake. Why are you pathing bot? You should be pathing mid to be on map here. Because Caitlyn can be alone here. She still has flash up. The enemies don't have flash. So this is what you do, okay? This is how you run. Learn this. You look at the state of the lane. You remember, okay, who has flashes? You think about items and levels. And then you think about the wave state, okay? And with all of this, you answer the question. Does ADC need me? So if the answer of this question is no, you just be on map. So, let's see. We have flash on Caitlyn, but no flash on the enemy. Okay. Also, we need to see like what matchup it is. So it depends. If it's like a Soraka, it's gonna be safer against Soraka than against like Nautilus, right? Item and level. Okay, so she probably will have more items than Aphelios here. So she has a BF store completed. Aphelios has a Minecraft item. So we're fine in that regard. And then wave state is really good, right? It's frozen. You can tell that this is a freeze, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then the matchup is like a flashless Nami and an Aphelios that is like kinda weak. So this is not your typical tower dive matchup, right? It's not like a Draven Rel, right? If they had Draven Rel with flash up, I would say yeah, go bot because she's gonna get fucking dived, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's a Nami, they're not gonna be.
Yeah. So with all of this, the other question, does AC need me? Is definitely not. So you shouldn't be bot. And this is where the low elo thing shows, right? You may say, oh, but what do I do in the map? Like there's nothing to it. Doesn't matter, just be on map.
Yeah, this is what I was just thinking about that. As soon as I saw like this, I was like, in my head probably right now, I'm like thinking like, oh, there's like our mid lane's under his tower, like top lane's
Yeah,
super
but that's
pushed
not how
in,
it
like I
works,
can't get,
right?
yeah, exactly.
You
Just
can't
gotta be
predict
out
if
there.
there's something to do when you arrive there 20 seconds later. Plus,
exactly.
plus, there's two more reasons. So reason number one, you can't predict if there's something that's gonna happen on the map. Reason number two, even if nothing happens on the map, it's still better because what you can do now is ward deep in the jungle. Whereas if you go bot lane, you can never ward the jungle, so you can never help your team. And reason number three, even if you can't ward deep, even if there's nothing to do, at least you're giving Caitlyn solo XP.
Right.
Which is better than you getting the XP. You don't want the XP on Pyke. By the way, it's way better to ward the enemy jungle by doing this or this and then coming back bot lane than by going bot lane and then going up. You know why? Because if you go bot lane and then go up, they know that you warded. Right. They know that you warded because you will have a pink ward in your inventory that you go into a jungle and then it disappears. You know, they know you use the pink ward. And they will know more or less where you warded because it's like you're being out of lane and coming back. Whereas if you come to lane like this or like this, they have no idea what you just did, right? They have no idea if you warded, where you warded, had pink wards. And by the way, you said there was nothing mid, but look at this. See how there was something
no, this
mid?
guy's here. Yeah, this guy's here.
You would have been here already, and you would have been going for
it
this
would have been
gank.
perfect, yeah.
I think Pyke Caitlyn lane is really bad, by the way. They want to do opposite things. So Pyke wants to roam, Caitlyn can't be alone. And Caitlyn wants to perma push under tower, and if she does that, you can't hook anyone. So they have like really bad synergy.
I don't really think about too much about like my ADC pick and my pick together.
Nah, it's fine, yeah.
I just kind of play what I'm comfortable, feel like, you know what I mean, that I want
to
perform on basically.
In this rank, I would say that's fine. But if you have many champions that you're equally comfortable on all, try to play for what's best on the lane. So out of your pool, I would say Alistar is better in this lane because at least Alistar can play under the tower by diving. Caitlyn wants to perma. See how she's perma pushing? But with this perma push, you can't really do much other than invading with your jungler, but you didn't do that.
Yeah, like I kind of want like them to be closer to my tower for me to be able to get something going.
You gotta understand that there's like, you can divide the lane in like segments, and different ADCs like to play in different segments. So Caitlyn likes to play here under the enemy tower. Seri or Sivir or scaling ADCs like Kog'Maw want to play here in your side scaling. And more aggressive ADCs want to play here, right? In the center.
Okay.
Why? Because this is where you can get level
Have
ups.
the most room.
Well, here you have more room, but the issue is that if you play in this side of the lane, they are getting level up first. So you don't engage. So here's where you have some room in the lane, but also you're not giving up the level up, right? So this is where you will, this is where you have like Draven, Samira, or whatever. So
right.
for Pyke, I would say you kind of want to play in either of these plus roaming. So with Pyke, you can play, there's two options that's best synergy. You can play ADCs that are really playing for level ups. So Draven, Samira kind of champions, right? That play for level ups in this lane. Or champions that can be here while you roam safe. So these are not, Kog'Maw is not safe while you roam. So for example, an Ezreal. Ezreal is very safe. You can roam and he can be safe alone. Jhin is very safe. You can roam and he can be safe alone. Seri is somewhat safe if you roam. Oh.
Oh yeah, I just misclicked my Q there.
You could have E-flashed though when she ate the trap, but it's fine. I just want you to be more trigger happy with your flash.
It seems pretty aggressive with we don't know if they have sums up though, no?
No, you know that they have some stuff. Because you
Yeah.
flashed. You know that they
So
flashed before you, but it doesn't matter because if you.
If I E-flash in there and... Sorry?
If you flash for flash, it's good, remember?
Yeah, but if I E-flash in and then the Nami like gets like a bubble or whatever, then
Nah,
I'm like
you
just
never die.
chunked, you know?
Yeah, but you get chunked and you heal with your passive, and Caitlyn is meanwhile healing, right? So it's free healing from with look at items, right? You have BF versus Pickaxe, so.
True. Yeah. I see you.
Here you E-flash. Any challenger back here E-flashes.
Okay.
Well, she's rooted, and she doesn't have time to flash away. But she's rooted. At the commentary, but look at how he plays this. This is what I wanna see more.
Okay.
Like not even waiting for the level up level 2, like doing it level 1. Just like that, see? Like super aggressive early. Because you may think, oh, why didn't she flash? If she flashes after you hit the hook, she still dies to Kai'Sa flash. And she doesn't want to do that because if she flashes and Kai'Sa kills her anyway, then she's unplayable in the lane because you still have hook and she doesn't have flash.
Right.
So after you hit the flash hook, it's a kill no matter what. That's what you gotta understand because your AD carry can then match his flash, and he's slowed, but your AD carry isn't. So it's still a kill.
Yeah.
Plus, if you flash on them, you flip them over you, so it's like way more distance. When you flip them over you, they get dragged more distance than when you hit them from far away. And the other thing that it does is it makes it undodgeable, right? She never expected the flash, so she's not gonna dodge, she's not gonna flash, nothing, right?
Like even like right here, this like that one could have been like a flash hook too.
Yeah,
no?
so
like right here, boom. I mean, he's kind of close to the tower, but
this one he's close, but here you could have. But see how you're like just casting these hooks from far away. You don't see this in Halo almost ever. Because even if he hits, it's like, first of all, it's easy to miss, and second, even if he hits, it's like, whatever.
Maybe K gets one auto and that's it.
Yeah. See, we see the same again. You could have definitely ignited there, because then Caitlyn has ult, so what would have happened is you ignite her, and then you E here, so this guy with your E can't dodge, can't block the Caitlyn ult on Nami.
Okay.
So here you ignite Caitlyn ults and you dash on this guy, so the only way he can block Caitlyn ult then is flashing, and that would be super worth. You trade E for flash, it's pretty good. So you can be more creative here. You're going to like, it's like you do like cookie cutter every time.
Yeah, no, I see that.
Just be more trigger happy with your summoners, man. Ignite, flash, you know. Oh my god, but this guy steps on every trap.
Guy just walks into everything.
Okay, but you have ult. See, this is again, here you just walk in, ping on my way, Caitlyn will begin ulting, you ult and ignite, you know.
I mean, it's hard to get like players to use their abilities like ults and shit early. Because like even if I'm spam pinging like my own ult and then like on way, like they were trying to use it to clean up the kill, you know what I mean? They're always trying to.
You know how I coach every role? I feel like if I was coaching the Caitlyn and I ask her why didn't you ult, she would tell me, oh, because Pyke wouldn't go in.
Pyke wouldn't ult, yeah.
You're probably both thinking the same thing.
Exactly, yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. You're too much in the lane, and you see, like, this is the issue. Like, Caitlyn is nice, he wants to enter tower perma, you can't play the game under tower. You can't do anything. Pyke, so any challenger Pyke, like, when this happens and wave is under tower, the obvious thing to do is, like, you just go into the jungle and deep ward. Like, you put a ward here and one here, for example, or here. Like, and you start warding the enemy jungle, and then at least you're using the bush for something. Because you're just in lane like spectating her taking blades and it's like...
Yeah, yeah. I could be doing a lot more. Usually during dragons and like Baron, I don't really like to hit it. I'll just like kind of be like a human ward. So like I feel like my DPS is so shit on like the objectives. I'll come there and snake the gold from the dragon.
That's another thing, right? Because you didn't ward. When this dragon is taken, with the lead that you have, the jungle should already be warded, so that when the dragon is taken, you have like complete security, right? Over the dragon being taken. It's sort of like you need to ward like a perimeter around the objective that you wanna do.
I think I don't know what yeah, I guess I would have my wards by now.
Yeah, you have the item, yeah. I don't know where you
might have just I think I just maybe got it.
Yeah, but you should
I think
have...
I put one there.
Yeah, I don't know if this one, but yeah.
And I always take sweeper level 1 every game. Is that like fine to do?
It's kind of Halo thing, because in Halo they will ward the middle bush and you can't compete, so sweeper helps. I don't know.
I just like it for the invade, because then when I'm taking that shortcut, I can like flick it on and then like see them if they're in the bush, and then like I'll be ready to hook. And then like I also like to have it for in the laning phase, so I can like clear their wards if they try to ward the bush, and I'm like, because I'm trying to play the bush, right?
Sure.
Well, that's my thinking, anyways.
Yeah. Oh, but she's like a minion. Did she not see you? Oh
yeah,
my god, she didn't see you. The pink ward is... But it's so obvious though. You put a pink ward there. Why wouldn't she...
Maybe she thought it was Kate, I don't know.
I just... You know, funny thing, I'm gonna tell you a secret. Don't tell anyone, okay? When you're Pyke, always focus the hook on the support, because supports are always worse at dodging than ADCs. They have worse mechanics. Every time I'm playing and ADC has like Astral Q or whatever, I always
I think we
the support.
I know we win this. I think I die though. I think this Phelios kills both actually. I do remember this.
Well, it's because you turned back. Like,
I got hit with the ult here.
Yeah, but you shouldn't go in here. You already have no cooldowns, right? So you should never keep walking in.
I think maybe I don't know what I was doing. Yeah, maybe I should want to secure it, but
you need to walk out. You have no cooldowns, right? This is like This is like your diva without the mecha, okay? Like the other thing is you need to get champion knowledge. So do you know what the white gun does on Aphelios?
I don't even, yeah, no, I don't really know.
Right, so that's the other thing. The white gun has two things. This one, the white. So number one thing that it does is that instead of having an attack speed, it doesn't have an attack speed. You can, it's a boomerang. Each auto attack is a boomerang, and every time you pick up the boomerang back, you can auto attack again instantly. Meaning that the closer the target is, the more attack speed you have. So here you're going melee on him. That's why he's fucking you up, because you're going melee.
I was not ready for this damage.
You shouldn't go melee into white gun ever. And second thing is, the white gun does more damage the more stack it has. So you see this floating here. This is the chakram. He gets one chakram stat each time he hits like an ability or the tower hit. It doesn't matter how, but he's gonna get a lot of chakrams plus your melee. So you're gonna get chunked like hell now. Look.
Yeah, I think I just wasn't ready for that damage.
Yeah, because look at how many chakrams he has and how fast he can hit.
Yeah, he's just fucking shitting.
He has 4 of them, see? So see how much he can hit like really fast, right?
Yeah.
You're going melee, so that's just lack of champion knowledge. You're going melee into a white gun Aphelios, so after you miss the ult, just...
I remember this. I was like, I don't know how we even lost that, to be honest. I was like, I thought that was for sure gonna be double kill. I think that's why I just kept walking forward.
Yeah, after you miss the ult, just walk away. You have no cooldowns, no way of reaching Nami. Just let Caitlyn do the job, and if she can't, she can't. That's what it is.
Okay.
Normally this would be troll if Aphelios was here.
Right.
Okay. Again, just hold it, and she will panic, or go for E first, and then she will flash the E, and then you can hook.
Okay.
Because then she flashes and she starts E. That's really bad. So you have 2 ways of playing it. You can start with E, then she flashes, then you Q. Or you can hold the Q forever, she maybe panic flashes and you catch her with Q anyway. Or if she dodges your Q with a flash, then you E after and then you catch her.
Okay.
The way you played it is like the only way. You gotta understand that in League you gotta play a checkmate playstyle, meaning you gotta play in a skill sequence such that it has no outplay possible for the enemy.
Right.
Good players don't outplay enemies. Good players make plays that have no outplay from the point of view of the enemy. So you gotta play in such a way that even if she was a pro player, she would play anyway.
Yeah.
I keep trying to find parallels to Overwatch, but it's sort of like
You don't. I mean, it's okay. You can relate it to any. Like I play a lot of games, but
yeah. Okay, so here you should be back already, though.
yeah, this is overstaying, like you were talking about.
Bro, he loves getting hit.
I feel like Kate's so annoying for that. They just she just places the traps like on both sides of the turret, and like they get blocked by like the tower site, and like I walk on them too every once in a while.
I don't know if this game is not representative and just an exception, but you didn't roam as much as you said.
I know, it's because again, like this was a game where I felt like my AD carry was like good. So like again, when I feel like my AD carry is like playing well, I like to stay with them more. I find.
Okay.
But like if I play my first 3 levels and like I feel like they're not like playing well or whatever it is, I just like will almost not even come back to bot. Or I'll like it'll just be to gank the lane when the wave is crashing, so I can hope like they're not just getting like dove or whatever. They can farm somewhat freely.
I think that's the wrong way of looking at the game. It shouldn't depend on how good or bad they are. Like, don't look at that error, okay? In fact, I'm gonna write that down. Because I see bad coaches say this about jungle. Like, they say, oh, you should always gank the lane that's playing well and not gank your bad laners. That's such bullshit. It's not true at all. Because they say that, but how do you know that he... Like, the only thing you do is, like, you press tab and you see him 0-2 and you say, oh, he's bad. You don't know why he's 0-2. Like, you're just looking at KDA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this was good. See, this is the kind of play I don't like. When you have this lead and your teammates are pushing the mid lane tower, you simply don't add much to the equation by hitting the tower as well. You don't have much attack speed, much damage. What you should be doing when your teammates are pushing, you're a support, you're not a carry. What you should be doing is conquering territories around the map meanwhile. These kills that you got, plus the mid lane prio, what it allows you to do is come ward deep in the jungle. You should never be here. This is not your job, this is a carry's job, okay?
Okay.
Do your job, not other people's job.
Hit tab. I just want to see if I'm like sitting on wards and just holding them for no reason.
I have a pink ward at least.
Oh yeah, I do.
Something. So for example here, what I would have done is put a pink ward in this bush, for example. This one is really good because the League of Legends auto-pathing ignores this bush. So if you click on top, for example, it will do this and not go to bush. And so it doesn't see the ward. And even if it sees the ward, people like are not looking, they're looking like, for example, they're walking to Herald, they put the camera on the Herald and they walk here and they don't see the pink sometimes.
Right. I usually feel like I hold my pinks for like objectives and shit.
No.
If we're trying to like hold space, but yeah, I see what you're saying. Just try to get them out.
Curious why you targeted this guy with his hook and not the Nami that was here. You just saw her. Like, look, this is your vision, look. You see her.
Yeah.
This was like, you know how babies develop object permanence at like 3-4 years old? It's like, she was there and then she disappeared, and in your mind, like, she disappeared from
She's gone.
Yeah.
Oh, and she just walks into the...
Oh my god. And again, we see another case of missing opportunities equals you give the opportunity to them next turn.
Yeah.
So if you had killed the enemy, probably none of this happens. Oh, you know, even if he used his shield, you would have killed him. That's really nice.
Yeah, it goes through, right?
Yeah. Oh. Holy moly. That's you're kinda lucky that Nasus like didn't come from behind ever at all. Like
I think these guys were playing AP Nasus. Hit tab. I think he's literally playing.
It's because if you ever have a random build in your team, you just come to this YouTube channel, Lol Dobby, and you see the latest videos, and lo and behold, that's why. And every time you have like a fucking troll pick, it's because of this channel, man.
That's hilarious.
Okay, we are deep warding finally. I think it's the first deep wards you put the whole game.
Yeah.
But notice something.
For
I want to
sure.
show you something. Look at your pathing. See how you path through the minions here, and they
Yeah.
saw you. So now and then through the ward. So now Nami knows that you're going for the deep ward. So now she clears it. What you
Just
should have
goes up
done,
and clears it.
you should have gone stealth. And then what you do with Pyke is you go stealth to deep ward, and then on your way out you clear the wards like you did. So then Nami doesn't know
Okay.
that you deep warded, because now look at what happens here with Nami. Look at Nami. She's never ever
Just
trinketing
comes
this bush
there
at all.
and just
Like, there's no way she sweeps this bush if she doesn't see your vision here in this ward and this ward.
right.
Okay? So you just stealth through the ward, so your Umbral Glaive doesn't activate because you're stealth. And then on your way out you use the Umbral Glaive.
Okay.
He ulted through all of the traps, that was really funny. Oh, nice flash. Okay. Baron. See how you're hitting the Baron? Like, come on.
Yeah, I know. This was just I was just trying to fucking help the team there.
But that's the
I don't
point.
think I
You
had
help
it-
them more by being in the chokes.
Just sitting in the bush, yeah.
Should be way more trigger happy with your ignite, man. Like these fights.
Just
I
throw
don't-
it out there.
Yeah, like here ignite.
Yeah, I
or,
don't know why I was holding it.
If you had ignited, you could have killed him with your ult. And then here as well on set, you should have ignited. Either of them that you ignited, you would have killed with ult. You kinda killed the Caitlyn.
Yeah, I did there.
Okay. Okay, so we have the notes here. Let's see. I'm gonna remove the tower damage for now. Okay, so let's say the guy is here, right? So what happens with that is, like, if you hold the Q, obviously you can't do much. Even if he hits, it's like you're kind of far, right?
Yeah.
So what most Pyke players will do here, well, not most, but whatever good Pyke player will do here, is
Yeah.
you can actually do this, then flash, and then do that, right?
Okay, so yeah, you get your full combo off.
Well, this
And he's a
way,
little farther from the tower as well.
he's farther from tower and he's stunned, so then Caitlyn can trap and kill. So this is Caitlyn, Samira, Draven, Kai'Sa W, right? So sometimes when you're far, because what happens is that's why flash is so important, because when you hook from far away, you can't E now. Like, I mean, here you can, but if they're on their tower, if they're like here, you can't really E
Yeah.
from here, right?
No, yeah. Just suicidal.
Right, but if you flash first, then you can E out, so that's the good thing. So you can do, so even if he's far away like that, you can flash first and do that, right? this is
Yeah,
what-
that's like perfect, yeah.
Yeah, that's what most challenger bikes will do. That's why I'm telling you, you play way too like low bike, not like challenger bike does this all the time, okay?
Okay.
The ult mechanic that you're not doing is the ult E. So you know how if you have the ult and you miss it, you don't travel, but if you land
Yeah.
you will travel, right? So one thing a lot of Pyke players will do is, let's say this guy is far away and you can stun him, right? You can do this, and now it stuns him, see?
Right.
Have you done that ever?
Like I do it rarely. I'm just like I haven't practiced it enough to like be able to pull it off consistently.
Right, and you can even do it with flash, by the way.
Like I'll do it if I'm on a reset, not so much like
Yeah.
to start my like ultimate, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
But I
another,
definitely could use it more.
another one you can do is, if you wanna pull them out of tower, but you don't wanna flash, right? You can use the ult just to E. So for example, you can do this from far away, and you can ult now and then E, like that, see? So
yeah, that's pretty clean.
in that way, you save your ult, your flash. Sorry, you save your flash.
Yeah.
So all of these three are very used in Halo, and you're not doing any of them.
Okay.
And it's really important because the idea is that if you play super, there's two types of gameplay. Like you have honest gameplay, and you have the other one. Everybody calls them different. You can call it dishonest, liar, cheater, whatever. Okay. Honest gameplay means that everything that you do, the enemy can predict very well because it's like super cookie cutter, like A, B, C. Okay. So an honest champion is like Garen. Okay, he's gonna Q, he's gonna spin, then ult. Okay, pretty simple. Champions that are dishonest under the hands of a good player are very hard to predict what they're gonna do next, such as, for example, that clip I showed you from the challenger Pyke of China. The Jinx couldn't predict that flash. It's a dishonest playstyle. So what matters is that if you play dishonest, you have way more chances of landing your stuff and getting kills and all that. So the three of, so for example, everybody will expect you to just use the ult as a finisher. So what if you don't?
Yeah.
Right. So what if you just use it to just get closer and then the out?
I like this one. I really like that one. Yeah, I gotta try that.
What if you just use the flash? Same way, right?
Yeah.
And you can even dash before you even. So the good thing is if you dash even before it hits, the guy can't even flash away because he's knocked up by the hook, so he can't flash. So this one is 100% guaranteed. They can't even flash from it. If you do this, they can't flash because they are like rooted. I mean, they can maybe one frame or two, but yeah.
Yeah, it's really got to be pretty quick on it. But that's the thing; they're not ready for that. Like.
Yeah. And then in mid lane, for example, what you should have done is if the guy's here and you're going for mid lane gank, you have two options, right? So one option, what you could have done is just go straight up for this one, and that would and then you just do this, okay? That's what the cookie cutter gank. If you're post 6, just do that, okay? So I didn't see you do it ever, so you gotta do it, right? Just cookie cutter gank, you just E, ult, and then you charge the hook, and that's it.
Yank him back, yeah.
Yeah, so that's, you don't need to use the ult as a finisher always. That's what you gotta understand, right?
Yeah, I gotta do that more for sure.
And then the other one is you gotta simply come like this, and then do auto attack and just hold it. And most likely in Emerald this guy will flash, predicting that you will Q, and then you just aim it ahead and break the flash. Other thing you could have done is just go like this, go melee, just do this and follow it, and then he flashes that, and then you Q after. Those three options, what it makes it is that almost impossible to avoid the gank even if you're a pro player, okay? Whereas the way you are playing the gank, they can always have like an outplay window possible. They can flash away, for example.
Right.
Like you did this, right?
I just stabbed him
and
he
can just dash from that, right?
Yeah.
One option, what you could have done is just go straight up for this one, and that would and then you just do this, okay? That's what the cookie cutter gank. If you're post 6, just do that, okay?